This podcast is brought to you by Solution Meals. When you're having trouble eating healthy, Solution Meals has you covered. Check them out on Instagram at solutionmeals_ for any questions and more details that you would like to know. There's always a solution. This is the Big Tasty Podcast where we talk about anything and everything.
Freeze. It was right down the street.
Oh, nice.
Get some ice cream and some
Tasty
burgers.
Freeze is
Or
so
just
good.
fries. Just fries. It's not that we could afford.
Tasty Freeze is dope. I like growing up. I like Tasty Freeze and Dairy Queen.
We try not to offend people, but keep it real at the same time.
Because I love roasting people. And dude looks like Shrek when he turned into a human.
I'm Brian.
I'm Chris, aka Luda.
Welcome, fam. Let's get started.
Okay. All right, what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Cool, good. Are you, Brian?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Been a while since we've been in here, I feel like.
I know it has been a while. We missed last week because of me.
And I
Scheduling issues.
don't even recognize you anymore.
Wow, like that. Well, I don't want to be rude, and so
So
I'll
rude.
introduce our guests for today, for our episode. I think it's episode 9,
10?
10, episode 10.
Hey, our guest knows more than you,
Sorry.
man.
Yeah.
I'm all caught up.
There you go. Our first double-digit episode.
Yay.
What?
Yeah. So I'd like to introduce Rachel Zamora.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey girl, hey.
Our first female
Our first female.
Yay.
Sorry.
Representing.
For
Yeah.
big number 10.
So without going into much detail,
Mhm.
just tell us a little about yourself, just who you are and just what you do. That's it.
Without detail, I'm Rachel, and I do a lot of things. I'm a mom, and I work a lot.
Okay.
I'm a business owner.
There is one. Okay. And yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
Well, that's not
Cool.
it,
So we'll come back to you on the, asking more questions about
Okay.
you.
but
Yeah.
sounds good.
But we'll
So-
go into, our little segments that we do.
But again, shout out to our first female guest.
Yay. I was hoping
Yeah.
you were going to do that.
Yeah, so our guests, our listeners have been complaining. We've been getting a couple
Really?
people. Yeah, I think it was three of our listeners.
Yeah.
They're like, when's a female gonna be on?
Well,
Yeah,
here
so
I
some
am,
females on
ladies.
there,
Here
yeah.
I am.
Yeah, so we listened.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to because we want, we don't have any guidelines or any rules. We want this podcast to be part of, for everybody,
Yeah.
to everybody, and just relate in every level as we can be.
Yeah.
We don't want to just be guy stuff,
Yeah.
because we're not. I mean, without women, we wouldn't be here.
True. True that.
And
No,
plus,
it's
we don't
what-
want to keep them all the same. I
Yeah.
don't know if you noticed our episodes. Some of them were be a little bit more serious, and then some
Yeah.
of them were joking the entire time. So we like to keep it mix it up.
Yeah, mix it up.
I feel like I'm on every one of your guys' podcasts because I always have opinions on everything you guys say.
But see, that's good. We want that stuff.
Yeah, we like the feedback and everything.
Yeah, cool.
So
That's why
cool.
we do it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about this podcast because we got the headphones and we got a little phone hookup.
Super legit. Super
Yeah.
legit.
We're trying to be more legit.
Yeah.
So first off, if you guys are listening, you guys like the podcast, just participate, hit us up. Just buy a sticker or a
Aw.
shirt. support as much as you can, and we want to do bigger things and get out there. So
Leave reviews.
yeah, leave
Yeah.
reviews, share it, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. all
Yeah,
that
so we
stuff.
got a group on Facebook. We got a page on Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh,
page
cool.
on Facebook. Yeah.
So not too many people know about it, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think
We
we're
haven't promoted it too much.
We're on Instagram. If you
Yeah.
if you're on Twitter, hit us up on Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. We're gonna start doing video podcasts too.
Nice.
So
Little clips and stuff.
yeah, little by little, we want to be able to add those things. So cool. All right, so let's get. Would you have anything you want to talk about? How was your weekend?
Good.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I just kicked back at the house.
Cool.
It's
Just a chill weekend this weekend.
yeah, just chilled. We just stayed inside and just watched movies and watched football
Football.
and made food.
I know I was a little bummed out that we didn't do last week's podcast because we said what teams are going to win,
Oh yeah,
and I didn't have that data, and I totally forgot to tell you today.
that's okay because my team lost both weeks, so I don't want to talk about
it.
That's right.
your team's won, huh?
Yeah, we're 3-0.
That's all right because I was betting. So
3-0. That's what's up. So I'm excited for the Green Bay Packers. Shout out to them. But yeah, and then else, you didn't do anything else this weekend? Anything past 2 weeks?
No, I just been making a lot of food. There's only 2 of us, and I make for like 4 people.
I mean, you eat for like 4 people.
I do. Whatever, dude. We weigh the exact same amount,
Yeah,
and
I
you've been
know.
on a diet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I plateaued, okay?
Muscle.
Give me
It's
a
all
break.
muscle.
Yeah, that's right. I've been
Muscle
working out.
weighs more than it's on your head.
Wow. I'm not gonna say anything.
All right.
Okay, Rachel. Anything you wanna? Anything happened these past 2 weeks? Actually, I mean, not past 2 weeks. I mean, because you haven't been on here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this weekend we went to see that movie Hustlers.
Oh yeah.
What?
Do
Love
not
that
waste your
movie.
money. Do not waste your
I
money.
love that movie.
I saw it.
Really? Did
Yeah.
you guys like it?
It was entertaining.
Yeah, to say the least.
It was very entertaining, but
Maybe
I
that's
mean,
a man's point of view. Cause I
well,
was
no,
like,
the storyline was like because it was a true story.
yeah.
So that was like it was interesting,
Yeah.
right? But then some of the scenes, it was like, I don't know,
Maybe if they had different actresses.
maybe.
Because Constance was,
Yeah, I don't know about
Uh-huh.
her.
yeah. J-Lo.
Well, she doesn't put
The
off
door
like that.
opened. The wind opened it.
Oh my
Jesus, is that you?
You wanna? I'll go close it.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk.
So yeah, so I don't know. I felt kind of like Constance wasn't. She doesn't give off like a stripper vibe.
No.
You know, like J Lo
Wait,
kind of
so
did
how
though.
would you know what a stripper vibe is?
Well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Because
But no,
you
yeah.
seen her like off the boat on right off the
Fresh
boat.
off the boat?
Fresh off the boat, yeah, that show. And then you see her on
Yeah.
that, and you're like,
No,
It's a completely
You're
different
like your
person.
mom.
Yeah, you're a
like
mom.
Mom bod, like stick to
yeah.
what you're good at.
Or that
yeah.
one movie she was in. With,
Crazy Rich.
Yeah, Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Like that was a good movie. I liked her in that.
Yeah, I thought it was a cute movie.
Yeah,
I don't think it was as good as everybody made it seem, but I think it was cute.
Yeah, and I think she should stick to those type of movies.
Yeah, agreed.
But
Well,
J Lo was fantastic.
JLo's always fantastic.
I was about to say Jill and everything is fantastic. So I went on Friday, and I watched it with my fiance, and because she wanted to watch it, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down. It's cool with me.
Yo, I guess.
It's like, I guess if you're making me, I don't want to.
How'd you guys know? No, I was down to see it, and then no, but so my take on it was entertaining, but I didn't see the point of the movie because
Yeah.
like I'm thinking hustlers, I'm thinking like they're gonna hustle some job, which they did hustle
Yeah.
like a side job, but I feel like it was hustled in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, you should have gave it a different name.
Yeah, like
I think they could have did a better storyline.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like added to it, or I don't know.
something.
We're critics.
I mean, it was cool. It had some funny parts.
Yeah.
It was like
I liked Cardi B.
Cardi B was cool.
I wish she was in it more.
Yeah, I wish she was in it more too. I
They
do
said that she had just had gotten plastic surgery, so she couldn't really do a lot in the movie. I don't know. That's just rumors.
So she just could just.
Well, I
run
mean,
her mouth in the movie.
Sit there.
dancing wise, like I understand that, but
Yeah.
I mean, she could have still acted.
Yeah, true.
I think that'd be cool because like her character is very like
Her?
yeah, Cardi B. Like you don't run into someone like that all the time, and to
Mm-mm.
like have like that character, I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like when they're teaching Constance how to dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
that was pretty funny.
It
So,
was.
but I mean, it was all right. Like,
I don't know. I didn't even know it was a true story until the end.
Yeah.
oh really?
Yeah, and then afterwards I was like, okay, maybe it would have been a little bit more interesting if I knew from the beginning, because I would have been like, well, that really happened. Like,
Yeah.
maybe they elaborate on something, but that really happened. But I didn't know until the end.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have the AMC pass, I would have paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I paid for
Yeah.
it. Instagram ads got me, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll go tonight.
I'll watch it.
What, you
Dang.
see any other movies?
I saw Brittany Runs a Marathon,
Brittany Runs a Marathon.
so I'll
I
say
think Jenny wanted to go see that.
pay for that movie.
Really?
That one's good.
Okay.
Like that one actually made me cry.
Oh, what? He
Yeah.
cries in everything.
I didn't cry in Peanut Butter Falcon.
You-
He didn't cry at
I don't
Hustlers.
fully believe that.
I cried in Hustlers.
He's like, I can't believe they did that to him.
Okay, wait. Real quick side note. While we're talking, Rachel brought some of her shakes.
Yay.
What? You just want to drink some
I,
shit?
I want to drink it while we're drinking, so that when we talk about it, we could like. We
So
know
what-
Yeah, I
what are
want to
these
hear you
shakes?
guys'. I wanted to hear you guys' react. Well, yeah, hear your reaction to when you drink it.
Okay, so what's what? What's
So
this one?
those are fudge Herbalife shakes.
Herbalife shake.
They only have about 110 calories, no sugar, 9 grams of protein, and like 24 micronutrients. Yay! But wait, taste them. You're not gonna believe that it's
Okay.
healthy.
Yeah, it's Whoa. Let's do this. Live taste test.
It just tastes like a chocolate shake.
Yeah, right?
It's pretty good.
I don't know about this. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
He's all.
Give it to me then. Such a-
This is so good.
Why is your throat swelling up?
No, this is good actually.
It's
Cool.
good, right?
Yeah, thanks.
Is this gonna
Appreciate it.
keep us up all night?
No.
Like the tea?
No.
No? Oh.
Mm-mm. It's going to keep you full so you don't eat all those 6 meals you've been eating every day.
What?
Just
I'm
kidding.
probably still gonna eat them when I get home.
Yeah, if any of our listeners out
That's
there,
pretty good.
they want to bring us some food to taste,
Yeah.
we're always welcome to take food, drinks.
That's pretty good.
It
Thank
was
tastes
you.
like,
good.
like a milkshake, right?
Yeah, it is good. I like it.
Right. So, have you seen it?
I have not, and that's one movie I've been wanting to see. Like that's on my top list, but I just haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it either.
I haven't. I feel like it's such a time commitment because they say it's, what, like 3 hours?
It's,
Yeah.
it's a long movie. I
It's
heard.
a long
You saw
movie.
it?
Yeah, I've
You
seen
saw
it. So, like, because we have the AMC thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I go to like all the movies. I already got my Joker ticket
Oh, I'm
reserved.
gonna get mine today.
I reserved it today. But so like we went to go watch it, and I'm like not a big horror person, but I liked it.
Yeah.
It was a little too long for me.
Mm.
Like I'm like they could have told that with less.
Do you think? Do you think? Oh, you haven't seen Brittany Resin Marathon because I thought
No.
that one was pretty long too. But personally, I like the long movies. I want to make it worth it going.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Unless the movie sucks, then I'm just like, all right, peace
Well,
out.
yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes a long movie, like say you're watching Titanic,
Mm.
right? It's like you're into it. You know, you're like watching
You
it,
don't
and
want it
like
to stop.
it doesn't seem that long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
But then there's some movies you're like, what time is it? How long have I been in here? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Dora's like that because they say Dora's really long.
You went to see Dora?
No, I haven't. I haven't, but I'm saying
You say you watch every
Oh my
movie.
God. Yes, Boots.
Boots.
Boots just gets me every time.
Um,
But I feel like that one would be like, okay, I've seen enough Dora
That's
after
true.
like
Yeah.
30 minutes.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
I agree.
yeah.
On certain movies, it could be less, or not that as not long enough. Or
Too long.
there you go. I'm
Yeah.
mixing my words up. The shake. Just kidding.
Filling
No,
in
but
the
I want to see it too. Like,
I do
because
too.
I didn't watch the original stuff,
Mm.
and then I watched the remake. Was it last year? It came out. I think it was last
Yeah,
year.
the remake.
Yeah, and I enjoyed
did a
it.
good job.
I enjoyed it a lot, and so I was like, oh, I'll watch this one, and then my friend James watched it before me, and he didn't invite me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
What?
James.
I know,
James.
sad.
We work by each other, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we met for Jamba Juice a couple weeks ago.
What?
Yeah.
I know he said he is our new job a while back.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm happy for him. I know that's why I want to. I've been. He's been hitting me up, like not hitting me up, but like every time we see each other, he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, let's hang out. Let's do
Yeah.
go watch a movie. Let's do something."
You're
You're
like, well, when
so
you go, you don't
busy.
invite me.
And I was like,
But to be fair, did you invite him to go watch Hustlers?
Hustlers, no, because it was just a date.
Yeah.
It was a date.
Just saying.
It was a date.
Just saying, Chris.
Just kidding. Yeah, he's been asking me to like go watch a movie together and all that, and I'm like, yeah, dude, let's do it. And I'm like, with the wedding,
Yeah.
like we barely find time to squeeze in like stuff. Like it's a last minute thing when we go to the movies, because like for Brittany Resin Marathon, my girl and her sister was like, hey, like let's go watch a movie, and then they hit me up like, hey, we're watching a movie later on tonight. If you want to join, you could join. And I was doing something else, but then I ended early, and I was like, I'll make it. And so
Yeah.
I went and got it, and I want to join them.
You guys are making me want to get that movie pass.
It comes in handy if you go to the movies 2 times in 1 month.
It's worth it.
It's worth
Yeah, because I mean, how much did you pay for your ticket when you went to see Hustlers?
Like $30 for.
We paid $30 a month, and we
Yeah.
could
Less.
go see 3.
it. Less than that.
Yeah, and we could go see 3
Yeah,
Oh,
you
wow.
can see 3 a week.
Oh,
week.
nice. Yeah.
and it could be like Dolby's.
Any
all that
format.
stuff.
Yeah.
3D.
And only at AMC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
AMC. Any.
I'm telling you, we should get AMC as a sponsor.
I was just about to say that.
Right?
because every time we talk about it, we're like, it's so great.
Hey, shout out to AMC Pass. Hey.
Sponsor them.
Yeah.
For real.
People tag us in AMC so they hear this.
Nah, so but yeah, AMC's Pass is dope. But yeah, I want to see it, Joker, a bunch of movies that are coming out.
Like
So.
I don't know if you guys seen because they made it Chapter 2 back in the day too, right? I don't know if you guys seen it,
No,
but
I haven't watched any of the
it's
older
like because
ones.
they're adults now. The kids are adults, and it's funny because like going into it, I always tell people because there's people like, I'm afraid to watch scary movies. I'm like, you're not a kid no more. It goes after kids. But you can't say that because they're adults now. I can't say that. I can't
Oh,
say
like
no,
that.
kids.
yeah, no.
Kid-
Good one.
Go after kids.
I remember we talked about what scares us, and I said that dolls scare me.
Yeah.
So at my girl's parents' place, they have like these porcelain dolls, and I slept at her house. So I was in the living room, and I saw the dolls, and she was like helping me set up the bed and all that, and I was in tired. I'm like, hey, those dolls are gonna creep me out. I will sleep, but I didn't want to tell her because then she would
Put a
have.
sheet over them.
But she would have like came in, like opened the door, and like, so I didn't tell her anything, and then yeah, it was bothering me.
You thought they were gonna come at night and grab
They
your
were like,
feet?
I was afraid I was gonna like look like because I'm facing away from them, so I'm like going to sleep, and then I'll look over there, and they're just chilling, and then I like close my eyes, and then I say I open my eyes, and they're like right there in front of me. That's what I was.
That's what Jeanette should have done. She should have been.
I
like,
would have woken up.
She listens to this. If she does it, babe.
Do it,
Babe.
Do it, babe. Do
No.
it.
She's all do it, babe.
Just
I love
wait.
Jeanette.
I'll get you back. And I mean,
No, you won't.
A
I
will.
lifetime of back and forths.
for real, lifetime back and forth.
you're like, I didn't put your straw in your Starbucks drink when I got it for you, so I got you back.
Just make sure you record it and make a YouTube channel.
That's messed up.
Yeah, we could post it on our page.
Whatever, guys. So, all right.
So since we're talking about your fears,
Okay.
so we posted it on Instagram
Okay.
to see what people's fears were.
Mhm.
So we got some responses, some good ones.
All right.
So someone said driving in the freeway, birds, bees, and throwing up, like all those stuff.
Driving in.
They got anxiety issues. I feel like.
For real?
No, I don't know.
Driving on the freeway,
Yeah,
birds, bees, and what?
throwing up.
Throwing up. Wow.
Do you like throwing up?
I mean,
No one likes
I don't
it.
think no
but
one likes
Are
it.
you afraid of it?
No, I'm not afraid of it. I actually hate the feel like roller coasters. I'll be on a roller coaster and I'll be like, oh man, don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up.
I kind of not like it, but like when I'm feeling a certain way, I'm like I need to throw up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
And
mean,
then I
that's
feel
And then you
better.
feel better afterwards.
yeah, that's understandable.
That's when I'm scared or anything. And I can
Yeah.
understand the freeway thing only on the overpass though, because I'm afraid of heights. So if I'm not driving on the overpass, but if I'm driving because I'm focused, on what I'm doing, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
But when someone else is driving and I'm in the passenger seat, I'm like just looking down. I don't want to see nothing.
Oh really?
Yeah, I get scared on the overpass.
The only time I'm scared of the overpass is when there's traffic on the overpass and I'm going slow, and I'm at the top and I'm like, God, I don't need no earthquake right now.
Or like there's a diesel next to you on the overpass. That scares me so bad. I'm like, what if this thing loses control? We're dead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny because I drive fast, and I didn't realize how scary it was to people in the car with me until I got into the car with my sister's boyfriend, and he drives more like an asshole than I do. And I was in the back seat and I was scared, legit scared. And I got off the car and I told my sister, now I know how you feel when I drive.
For real.
Yeah, I got empathy for you, but it's not gonna change.
No, it
I'm still
won't.
gonna drive fast.
No.
I kind of know like how it is now, because yeah, I'll be in the car with someone else and they'll be driving like 80 miles an hour, and
Yeah.
I'm like, they're going so fast, like we're gonna die.
But when
and
you're
then when I'm
driving-
driving, I'm going 80. I'm like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I got this. So I'm under
You're
control.
like, don't worry. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. I think you feel more secure when you have control.
Yeah.
More in control.
Mhm.
Society, these days is where we want everything in control.
Oh
and,
yeah,
and it's so
definitely.
frustrating when they tell you to slow down,
Yeah.
or they tell you like,
They're like, why you
stop,
going
stop,
so
stop,
fast? Yeah.
slow
I just
down.
turn my radio up. I can't hear you.
I'm like, if you like react a certain way to something because you're scared,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not gonna react that way, and maybe you're just gonna frighten me and startle me, and we're gonna
Yeah.
crash
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so
What else?
I've never had a fear like that with driving with somebody, because usually like I'm okay in cars unless we're on the overpass.
Yeah.
And then we went out to 4th of July one year with my girl, and her uncle drove, and he's older, and so I don't know if he'd been drinking or if he was just old.
Or
And he was just
Possibly both.
Possibly both. But he was like swerving in our lanes. He was going super fast, and I was just looking at my girl like, we are gonna die today. Like, what did you get me into? We're in the back seat. I was like, and then I think it was like a normal thing because her aunt was in the front seat and she was like
Like
on her
she's-
cell phone, like not even caring. Like,
nothing.
yeah.
she's all like,
Yeah, she's just moving with the car like it's a motorcycle. You know how you lean into the turns.
what else did people put?
All right, so let's see. Running out of alcohol.
Wow.
I forget who posted these. I just have the answers.
Oh, okay.
So, but you guys know. And then roller coasters. That wasn't me.
That was you.
That was
It
Chris.
wasn't me, but I agree. Confrontations. I think
Me,
that was you, right?
me. I hate.
Can you
Confronting
do you
people.
have an example?
I have a lot of examples. There was actually someone had done something to me, and I was going to leave the church. And it bothered me for months, but I'm not one to bring it up. It's so hard for me to confront mostly people I care about.
Yeah.
It's so hard. And I actually talked to one of the pastors about it because I was already church shopping, you know, I was like all ready to leave. And then I talked to him, and then he was like, no, we need to get this figured out.
Yeah.
And then he talked to her, which I feel bad because I didn't need him to. I mean, it was nice and I appreciate it, but I was like, I should have been a big girl, you know, I should have been able to do it. But it even talking about it right now, my heart like pounds and I get all sweaty, my palm. Yeah, it's scary. That scares me.
Well, I mean, I know you talked about it before, Brian, that any kind of like, when you meet new people, when you talk to people, like, you get anxiety sometimes.
I do. I get anxiety just meeting new people.
Yeah.
Or like going into like a
Really?
party where I don't know people. So I get nervous. Or even just a situation where I'm not sure. So like, say, example, our friend Leno, we work with him. He has like get-togethers, like barbecues every once in a while. And like the first time he invited me, I didn't go. And the second time he invited me, I was like, I'm going to go. I told him I was going to go. So I was like,
But you didn't go.
no, I did. But I was driving there and I was like, I almost turned around and went home because I'm like, and I know it's like people that I know, people we
Yeah.
work with. There's not going to be anybody there that I don't know. It's just the situation I'm walking. I've never been to his house. I've never been to party with these people and stuff. And like, I just get nervous. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I could just go home and it's like, I'll be fine. Like, why? But I ended up going. And I probably shouldn't have because I don't remember how I got home that day. I didn't drive home. I know that I got an Uber, but Leno told me he paid for the Uber,
Oh, dang.
right? Because he said my phone died, so he paid for me to get an Uber. But then he's like, I don't know where it took you. You must have given the wrong address because it took you like way down, like past Disneyland, and then brought me back because I live by Knott's Berry Farm. So it's like I got home, but
Eventually.
it took a long.
You're
ride.
all, I live by the music park.
The amusement park, yeah. Which one? The one. I live right next to Stater Brothers. They're like, what?
What? Yeah. So, I mean, confrontation sucks, period.
It does.
Yeah.
I wish I was better at it because I think more things would get resolved quicker
Yeah.
because it ended up being just a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all those months I was holding on to it, and every time I
Yeah.
would see her, I'd be like, you know,
Don't
like,
talk to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
I think-
and sometimes it's for the better to have the little confrontations too. Like it makes your relationship stronger.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
that understanding you guys get from the miscommunication. You listen more.
Yeah, definitely.
each other.
I think it also, like, confrontation in general just helps you be that better person that you want to be.
Definitely.
Unless
You
it's
know.
physical.
I mean, then that's just bad confrontation.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless
if
you
you're-
win the physical competition, then you're like, I made me bet. No,
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you're defending yourself, then that's different. But
that's different.
Yeah.
But you want to avoid those
Yeah,
situations too.
So if you
Don't
you
ever
could-
hit first.
Agreed. No, but like if you know, you could handle a situation, you know, as an adult talking to someone and just handling it, it not only builds you up as yourself and gives you more confidence to be able to like know what you want and like, okay, I could do this, but also helps out the relationship between you two and the other person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, and they respect you more.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I think we all learn in those instances where we tell someone like what's going on and then they figure it out, or like
Yeah.
they, you know, do something, and whether it goes good or bad,
Yeah.
you know, it just doesn't make us feel good, but it gives us that life lesson.
Yeah.
I think too, just getting it off your chest is a win because you're not holding it in. I think the more you hold it in, it's the worse it gets, the worse it gets. Like I made this huge thing and she
Yeah.
had no idea
Yeah.
and I'm over there, you know, and after everything was said and done and I was just like, this weight was lifted off of me.
You feel way better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's why I threw Brian off my shoulders. A big
Dumb.
old weight on me.
Bye.
You know, and for me, like I want to get confrontation over with a lot of times too. Like
Yeah.
in a situation like that, if I have something on my mind, I'm like, I gotta let it out now,
Yeah.
because then it'll just build up,
Mhm.
and I can't hold it in. I have to let it out.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're like, okay, but we'll talk about it later,
You're
because
like, no.
not the time. I'm like, no, we're talking about it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I think I'm still working on that too. I think we all are. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
What else we got?
So heights.
Yeah.
Afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights.
I mean, yeah.
I'm afraid of going down, not going up. If I'm going up,
You
I'm
don't like
fine.
going down?
I don't like going down. Depends on what you're talking about. And that was all of them.
That was all of them.
That was all of them.
Yeah. I mean, heights, I mean, I want to go skydiving, but I think that's just like giving over the fear of just like letting go.
Yeah.
Me and Jenny were talking about this the other day. Skydiving, and it'd be like a lot to get me up there. But I think after I did it once, I'd be able to do it again.
That's what they say. They say the hardest part is when you're doing the training, when you're getting your equipment on and all
that's what my
that. But
brother
that
said,
once you're jump off the plane, you're good. I'd never do it because I don't want to die. But
I'm just like, all right, guys, it's my time. Whatever.
I'm like, why are you going to jump out of a perfectly good plane?
Right.
You just come back down and land in the plane.
Yeah, my brother's girlfriend took him because he was afraid to do it too, right? But she surprised him one day. He just took him. And then I think they've gone twice, right? But then she was like, yeah, we should go. And I'm like, I'm good. She's like, no, for real, we should really go. And I'm like, no,
for real,
I'm
good.
good. Right? And then like we started talking about going to wineries and stuff. Like they want to go to like wineries and stuff. She's like, yeah, and then we can get like a hot air balloon. And I'm like, did you not just hear the last conversation we had? I'm not going up. Like, it's crazy. I'm not trying to get no hot air balloon either.
I'm down for that.
I'm sure you are. I'd go, I think, to a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
After a
I'd
few
probably be,
glasses
like,
of
super
wine,
scared.
you'll be good.
After some wine, yeah. I'm all trying to hang out the edge. I can see everything. They're like, get back in here.
I know, right?
So, you want to talk about happiness?
Yeah.
So, I brought it up on Instagram as well. What's happiness mean to you? So, do you want to go? You want to go?
Want me to go?
Or I could read the happiness things.
That people responded? Like,
Yeah. There's only a couple. There's only a few.
I know people. Come on.
I know. It's ridiculous. So, someone said, happiness to me is feeling peaceful through any situation in life.
Say it again?
Happiness for me is feeling peaceful through any situation in life.
All right. I mean, okay. And was it, there someone respond another one?
And then to be happy. Happiness is to be happy. I think it's the same person that said to be happy was the same person that said their fear of running out of alcohol.
Oh, people, come on, people.
Come on, guy.
Come on, guy.
I know it's a guy, so I'm like, come on, guy.
Well, okay. What happiness means to me? I mean, I kind of agree with the other person who was saying, like, where you're able to have peace in tough situations. See, for me, I think happiness, because you know me, I'm always pretty happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my moments where I'm sad or upset or frustrated with some stuff. I think that's just human. But I think overall, I'm happy and I'm in a good mood just because why should I be upset about something when, you know, I have all my arms, my legs, I'm able to go to work, I have a car, I have a place to live, you know, I'm able to eat. So like I think I'm just like there's other people suffering more than me, and so I'm able to be happy.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I feel like because of my relationship with God and church and all that helps me out a lot more too, because I'm like nothing is too small for God.
Yeah.
Nothing's too big for God.
Yeah.
So, if I, you know, if something doesn't go my way, I'm just like, well, wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
You know, God didn't want that for me right now. You know, and I'm like, I still question. I'm like, God, I just need $1 million. That's all I need.
So I'm not asking for much.
I just want to play in front of millions of people. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
like.
With that $1 million though, you'd probably be like, man, now I need like $5 million.
I know, right?
So I got all these bills because I bought this house.
Agreed. It could probably be like that. So maybe that guy's like, no, you know, like, whatever it be. So I just feel like the reasons why I'm happy is because of that. So, you know, I'm thankful for everything I have now. And, you know, because of God, I'm able to be happy. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Were you
Everyone has
always
different.
that happy, or did you notice more when you started coming to church?
Well, I mean, I've always like I grew up in church because of my parents. So, but you know, as a kid growing up, you don't really know what's going on. You're just like, oh, it's just another place to have fun at. You know, I have other friends. So, I guess just later on. Well, before I was like 14, 15, I had a big anger problem, and I would always like beat up on my brother. It wasn't bad, but like I would huh?
He's so nice.
I know.
What the heck? You're a jerk.
I was mean. I was mean.
That's just a sibling thing, though.
Well, and
Yeah,
that,
it is.
that's what I thought about too. But like for me, so I think it was part of a sibling thing. But when Like we would be playing around, and he would hit me. Like it's just in that moment of just like wrestling or whatever. Like I feel like you get hit like in those movies, you get hit and then their face like turns all like slow, and they're all angry. That was me. Like
a Rocky movie.
I was like all like upset, and he'd be like, no, and so
Like,
I would just like snap.
Plane
you're
would
like the
turn
Hulk.
into.
You're like
Ooh, the
playing rough.
Hulk.
You're playing rough, and then when you got hurt, you're like,
I just
me
snapped.
angry.
Yeah, I just snapped. And I would never.
Paul.
I never beat up on him like where I made a bleed or.
That's where your sister came in and beat you over.
No,
Lies. I bet your sister.
Are you the
beat
middle
up.
child?
I'm the middle child.
Oh, that explains it all.
Wow. Well, but anyways,
Yeah.
so I had a lot of anger issues then, but
That's funny because you're like no anger issues.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You're like
no.
complete opposite now.
but
That's
then
why I asked.
I gave a lot of credit to music because like what stopped my anger was the fact that I had that music outlet because at that time like 14, 15, that's when I started. I like saw the drums and so I just like I saw this guy like doing drum solo and I was like blown away, and ever since then like I didn't have any really anger problems. So
Nice.
give a little bit of both to like God and music. So I think like I believe music is a huge like therapy. Like it's very therapeutic. So there's one of my friends. I should have her on here actually. She works for like a like music therapy like
wow.
therapist.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually got her before she's moving to Oregon somewhere. She's moving out of state. But so I think music is a very great source of therapy.
Yeah, definitely.
it is.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but yeah,
I think that's why I like country music.
I love country music.
I barely get big into
It's
it.
very therapeutic.
Real quick side note. Zach Brown Band came out with a new album. Did you listen to it at all?
I haven't listened to it.
Okay, don't.
It's not good.
No.
Don't say
I'm
that,
so
bro.
Look,
sad.
Zach Brown Band's the best.
Okay,
I
I
love
love Zach Brown Band. Like that's one of the only country bands that I really love. And this like album, you know those like country movies?
Is it too country? Like
No,
hillbilly?
it's too poppy.
Oh, okay, nice.
I'd rather
sad.
have it more country.
Yeah.
But like I feel like
I
those
feel like most girls will like it more poppy though.
probably.
I don't. Give me some twang.
Yeah, also twang. Like but like I feel like this is like that
You're
type-
more of a Luke Bryan type of
I
person. huh?
hate Luke Bryan.
I love Luke Bryan.
No, I hate Luke Bryan.
Chris
all
Young.
girls like Luke Bryan.
His music like it's catchy. Like
Yeah.
the shake it girl, shake
Yeah.
it for me. I like that song. It's
like
cool.
that's
It's
what
catchy.
the
That's
thing, right?
poppy.
Because it's catchy music.
Yeah, it's catchy.
So when it comes on, like you sing along. Like
Yeah.
I'll sing along in the car. But if you ask me if I want to go to a concert, I'm like,
Nope.
not with that dude.
Nope, I will not go see him. No.
Only Luke I'm gonna go see is Luke Combs.
I'll see Luke Holmes, and the only reason I know Luke Holmes is because of my brother.
Luke Combs
But-
is your brother's like a Mexican version of Luke Combs. He looks kind of like Luke Combs, but
Yeah.
like Latino version. That's funny.
No, but it's like so. I feel like the album, like I was listening to the whole day today. Not the whole day, but like I was into it today, and I just pictured like a country movie where like they took this star who was like really country, he's really good, and then he goes
Put some
through-
rhinestones on him.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it goes like all poppy and everything, and like they start making poppy songs, they start doing dance moves and
Aw.
like putting electronic instruments in there, and I'm like,
Come on, Zach.
come on, guy.
I'm disappointed. I'm not
Come
gonna
on.
listen.
Yeah, so
I'm
like
gonna
there's
listen
maybe
and
like
form my own opinion.
yeah,
Chris.
I say
No, I'm just
listen
kidding.
to it for your own opinion and let me know what you think. If
Did
I'm
he
wrong,
say not to listen to
no, I
it?
said go listen to it. I told you guys not to
It's
listen
like,
to it.
don't listen to it for your own opinion.
I'm like, don't listen to it. It's like saying Hustlers. You can go see Hustlers. Like
I mean, you can see it. I don't know. I wouldn't.
I feel like the first 30 minutes is all you need to see.
yeah,
That's
for
true.
sure.
That's like all the stripping parts.
that's all. It is.
I'm like, I'm good now, but I'm out.
It's like going to the strip club. 30 minutes and you're out.
30 minutes, you're out. You're already broke.
Okay, Rachel, what do you think happiness is?
Happiness to me, I think it's changed recently because I used to think like happiness was like the end result. Like I'm gonna be so happy, and I know this is cliche, and you hear a lot of entrepreneurs talking about it. Like, happiness is the end result. Happiness is when I have that million, when I have that store, when I have made it. And now I realized it's not. It's like all the in between. And to me, happiness is more of a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So you choose happiness opposed to like, I think it is a feeling, but you can choose to feel that way or you can choose not to feel that way.
One of our listeners said that too.
What?
Like the last one, I forgot to read it.
Oh,
It's a choice and state of mind more than it's simply an emotion.
Was that her?
That wasn't me,
No?
but that person's smart.
Dang. What? Happiness is choice of mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
definitely.
I agree with that.
Because like today I was in a bad mood this morning. Bad mood. I even told my coworker, I was like, I did not sleep last night. So if I'm mean, I apologize now. And then I got the message from you, and sorry.
You're like, I'm going on the big tasty,
I
guys.
was like, yes, big net, I'm tasty. So
That's what's up.
you know, like so it's like anything can change in an instant.
That's
so
true.
it's I don't know.
It's who you want to be and what you want to
Yeah.
portray, I guess.
Yeah.
Brian?
Yeah. So mine's sort of the same thing. It's like, it's all mind state, you know, because like it's no secret. Like I've had like a rough upbringing, like me and my family and stuff.
No.
Yeah, what?
Just kidding.
But like we all find how to be happy.
Yeah.
You know, we all figure it out.
Yeah.
We were like, it's like beans and rice. Everything's nice. Like,
So you know, in my household it was beans, rice, and Jesus Christ.
yeah. So
I love
same
that.
thing.
I love
Same
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Right, but it's like that's like my mom always told me. She's like, if you need anything, she's like, if you only have a little bit of money, she's like potatoes, ground beef, and beans. She's like, you can make,
Yep.
you'll be good,
That's true.
right? And so we were happy with anything. So when we got anything, we were always happy.
That's good.
And then just I don't know, that's just the mind state that I've always had. Like my family, that's what my family's always commented good about me. One of the things is that we could be going through the worst of times. It could be like the worst moment in my life, and I'm still trying to have a good time. I'm still trying to smile, and I'm still trying because like I don't feel like dwelling in what's going on and what's making things bad is gonna help anything.
Yeah.
It's
I was
not
a
gonna
dweller.
change anything.
For the
So-
longest time, I was a dweller, and I was like, why did I waste so many years being so miserable? It wasn't
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, and it doesn't change anything.
It doesn't.
So, and if you're happy in a bad situation, someone else might see you happy in that situation. Even if you're faking it, right? Someone else might see that and they'll be like, hey, well, he's happy. I guess I could see it that way
Yeah.
too. You know, maybe I don't need to be such a Debbie Downer
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
because there's that fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah.
If you smile long enough, it's going to be real.
That's
Yeah,
true.
definitely.
I mean, sooner or later you're gonna get happy about something. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's temporary.
Yeah.
So your
You're like,
happiness is
"Donuts."
temporary, your sadness
Donuts.
is temporary. Yeah.
but it is a choice like your mind state, you know, whether you want to be happy or not.
Yeah.
So
Because you can either, because someone that I know always looks at the negatives, right? It's like all this negative stuff's happening to me. Yeah, but you wouldn't even been in that situation without all the positive things that put you there.
Definitely.
And then one thing went bad, and now you're looking at the negative. Like, no,
Yeah.
just keep pushing.
Yeah.
Some more positives are going to come out of it.
that's
yeah.
what's up.
You know?
Yeah. My son has been really sick lately, and just trying to figure it out, and all the doctor's appointments and everything. In the old me would have been like that. Like, why is this happening to me, God? Like, why is he sick? Like, why can't I be sick? And the whole time I was like, wow. Like, because I thought I did a great job, because I was like, it's fine. Like, we're figuring it out. It's going to be okay. Like, this is just the next step, and it's getting us to a better place. And I was like, who am I? Because that's not who I was. I was that negative person that
Okay.
was just like, everything's so bad and everything sucks and life sucks.
Now you're optimistic about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
Even you were just waiting. To
I was
use
waiting
that.
for it.
You're like, whenever.
You're like, say something, Rachel. Say something.
No.
No, but I'm
Like,
not
"Say
that way no
something
more.
sad, guys. Can you guys say something sad?"
No, I was waiting because when you said my son was sad, and I was like, oh, sad.
But it's good. Like, it all worked out, and he's fine, and everything's fine, and our relationship has been closer.
That's good.
You know.
Yeah, it's a bonding.
Yeah. And he's 16, so not many parents get to bond with their 16-year-old child.
That's
That's
true.
true. Yeah.
It was funny. Me and my fiance were talking about like, you know, kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Man, it's gonna be hard when they're teenagers." Like, I can imagine myself when I was a teenager,
Yeah.
and I was like, hopefully, hopefully, we got people around in our life who have already gone through or having a teenager or are going through it, and could be like give us pointers like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you know, this is what you gotta look ahead to."
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think teenagers, I think a majority of teenagers go through a state, like, 'cause my son's going to turn 14 next month,
yay.
you know, so he's like beginning teenager. But I think all teenagers go through a point where they want to feel like wanted and loved, even though you might be showing it to them all the time. Because me growing up, if I look back, that's one thing that I needed a lot, was I need someone to say, hey, I love you. Or, you know,
Yes.
just be there with me. And then, like my cousin, for instance, I remember he went with his, I hope he doesn't get mad. I'm not going to say his name.
Just don't say his name. Yeah.
Yeah. But he went with, he lived with his mom for a while. right? And they're really strict. Her and her husband were really strict, and like a lot of rules, and and he didn't like it. He's like, this is too much. And then he went to go live with his dad, and his dad was the complete opposite. It was like, really just let you do whatever you want. You have all sorts of friends over, all this stuff. And he came to visit me one time, and he was like, I think I want to move back with my mom. I'm like, wow, you just having all this fun over there? He's like, and he told me we were just kids, and he was like, nah, I think I need someone to discipline me.
Yep.
He's like, I miss having someone care enough about me to tell me not to do something. And it was like,
That's true.
that's crazy because we were like 15.
Yeah.
For him to say
That's how I
that, it's
felt.
like, it was an outcry, and he ended up going to live with his mom what he wanted and stuff, and he's doing pretty good now.
What's
But
up?
I feel like most teenagers, they just want that, regardless if you're like, you think you're giving it to them. Maybe you just like instead of having like a big party for them and stuff, like you could do that stuff for their birthdays and stuff, but make them feel special. Like just, hey, I just want to spend time with you, just me and you, stuff like that. I don't know.
I think I agree, and they definitely appreciate it, and I didn't realize that.
That was a good smoothie.
It was. For the record, I finished mine first because I liked it more.
Yay.
Whatever.
But yeah, I don't know. He's 16 and he's a mama's boy, and I love it. But
If he hears this, he's gonna be like, I'm not a mama's boy.
he'll admit it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he doesn't care. He tells everybody.
I think
he'll
most
snap me and
mama's
his
boys
friend.
will, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a mama's boy
I think
growing
he
up.
thinks he's gonna get doing that, being a mama's boy.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know about the young girls, but when he gets older,
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah, when you get
girls in their
older,
20s
yeah.
are going to be like,
He takes care of his mama.
Don't
Takes
get me
care of
started
him.
with these young girls.
Oh, they're gonna come. They're gonna come.
Was it the hot summer? What was it? Hot summer? Those girls.
Oh no, my son was like, Mom, hot girl summer's
Yeah, there
over.
you
Now
go.
it's
It's
what's
fall girl
it?
summer or something like that.
No, Thoughtum.
Thought. Hear
Wow.
that?
Wow.
Why didn't you do the horn for that?
All right. Well, enough talking about this because we only got a little bit of time. About bottoms. Let's go ahead and go into the artist spotlight. What?
Artist Spotlight.
So, Brian, I know you had someone.
Yeah, so I follow some guys on Instagram, right? They're friends of mine. We went to school from like kindergarten to like 8th grade. And I'm not sure if they listen to the podcast or not.
Probably
And-
not.
Probably not. And I haven't talked to them in quite a years.
Wait.
Probably since high school.
What's her name?
What's their name?
Yeah, what's their
The
name?
Cadaver Pudding.
Cadaver Pudding.
Yeah, and then heard the name and I read the name and I was like, Cadaver Pudding. I don't know. Right? But then I was like, but I'm going to check them out on Spotify because they're my friends. Like, I went to school with them and stuff, and we haven't talked probably since high school. Like, here and there through Instagram.
Yeah.
Or like we like each other's posts and stuff like that. But I started listening to them. I'm like, hey, they're pretty good. Like, it's not my type of music, but I like them. Like, you can understand what they're saying.
That's what's up.
Because I'm usually when I hear that music, I'm like, you can't really understand them. Like, I really don't like that music, but I like their music.
What song would you want to play?
I don't know. The first one.
The first one says Dottie. First,
Dottie.
I thought it was like Thotty.
No, I kind of like Dottie. That one because that's the first one I listened to, and I was like, hey, this was actually pretty cool.
Alright.
So you can put that one on.
Let's take a listen.
Oh, I'm a loner Dottie, a rebel of sorts. Oh, I'm my big adventure.
It's like early Green Day
Yeah, that's what I was
I was
thinking.
thinking like Blink 182.
or Blink. Yeah.
No room for others, just room for one. 'Cause there's things you wouldn't understand, and things you couldn't understand, and things you shouldn't understand.
You kind of remind me of another band. Actually,
Takes
Yeah.
you back to the 90s.
Right. So when I hear this stuff or like I see their post on Instagram, it's kind of weird for me because I haven't seen them since like one of them I haven't seen since high school and the other one I haven't seen since junior high, and like I don't know, it's just weird seeing the person they became.
Yeah.
Like because they're completely different than what I remember to now, and I'm sure I'm completely different too.
I hope
Right.
so.
But right.
the guy reminded me of this band. Let's do this one. This band's called MXPX.
MXPX.
It was like the first like bands when I was like 15, 16 listening to it. Like this band.
I can see it. I could like just the tone.
Yeah. That's what reminds me of. MXPX, no band. They're still playing. It's crazy. They're old.
They're old. So yeah, so
Cool.
Cadaver Pudding,
Cadaver
right?
Pudding.
And I'm gonna
Check
hit
'em
them
out.
up and see if they want to be on the podcast
Cool.
and stuff, and
Yeah,
reunite.
Reunite.
Reunite. So no.
That's our artist spotlight. Sorry, I was burping. The smoothie was getting me.
Smoothie got you.
But
You're burping out all that nastiness. It's 'cause all that healthiness.
all
is
the
in you.
healthiness is going in me now. Well, speaking of artist spotlight, our next episode, one of the artist spotlights that we did a couple weeks ago, Giancarlo,
What?
he's gonna be on here next episode, so he will come and talk, and we'll get to know more about him and what he's doing and how he gets into his music and all that.
Cool.
So trying to do that and trying to just get more, more interviews here. I'm pretty sure next week I'll have some more. It's hard. You would think it's just easy, just be like, hey, like you want to be on, like, but like planning it, what episode to be on,
Yeah.
or which week, and then their schedule, and then for me, it's like, I got my job, I got wedding planning, I got a fiance.
Well, that's part of the wedding planning.
No, it's
No,
different.
yeah.
It's part of the wedding planning.
No.
Babe, it's different. Anyways, so
Well, I was easy. Wait, that sounds wrong. Cut that out.
I'll cut it.
Cut that
He's all
out.
good to the volume up on that one. I was easy.
I'm just gonna throw it in there once in a while.
What are you afraid of? I was easy.
No,
Hey.
good thing you're available to be on the podcast.
Yeah, I've actually been super busy, and this month I just decided that I was not gonna plan anything, not gonna book anything. October, yeah, my month's already getting booked.
That's good. I mean,
Nice.
well, like I'm glad you.
It worked out.
Yeah, it worked out, and you're able to be on here.
And I'm
I
glad.
mean, you're already a listener, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So,
he told me this morning. He's like, I'm gonna try to find someone to be on the show. And I was like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I got someone. I was like, yes, because we like interviewing people.
Yeah, we
'Cause
like
I'm
interviewing
easy.
people. Yeah. So, all right. So since we got you on here, and good segue into what you do. So, you say you're a mom, an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, and you like to have fun.
I do. I haven't been having a lot of fun lately. Well, I had fun on Sunday. We went on the Big Red Bus in Long Beach. Have you guys ever
What?
done?
What? I
It
don't know
was
what that is.
fun. It was fun.
What is that?
It's a Big Red Bus. It's
What?
like those
Like a
double
double-decker?
decker buses.
Okay.
Yeah, and it took us to 3 different bars. Football, so each bar just had like the game.
What?
And
I'm
is
so
it-
jelly right now.
And they know that you're coming.
Yeah, so
So they
the
have a
people
section-
exactly.
Ah.
They had food first. The food was
Dang.
actually pretty good, and it was
Dang.
free. It was fun.
That sounds fun.
I'm so
Yeah, it was
jelly right
fun.
now. Let's
Bachelor-
do that for your bachelor party.
Bachelor party.
No, I would suggest it
Ah,
because it
yeah.
was like a day thing. I was home by 5, so I was like all responsible and
It's
ready to go to
football
work today.
season, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were
Oh, this will
watching
be
the
football season. Yeah, Lily.
We were watching the Rams game for my friend. I don't watch football, but she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't care too much about the Rams.
Yeah.
right?
Nope. Give me the Packers.
Yeah. Not even that.
Ah, yeah, almost had him. That's cool. All right. Well, you've been having some fun.
Yeah, a little bit,
A little bit in there. I mean, but I think it's good to balance it out,
Definitely,
especially since you're a businesswoman.
You have to. I didn't realize I was going, hard business. I've had my online shoe store for about 2.5, almost 3. Or wait, has it been 3 years already? I don't know. It's been a long time.
What's the name so people? know?
Downtown Shoe Company.
Downtown
Shoe Company.
www.downtownshoeco.com. It's
Alright.
women's shoes only.
Chris could still wear
Um,
some though.
I
Do you have big
mean,
I
sizes?
think
Yeah.
that's some size 10s you can probably fit.
Oh, sorry.
Some wedges, clear wedges.
12.5.
They had them in Hustlers. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
the
I don't
clear
know.
wedges.
Yeah. No, they had my shoes and hustlers.
But it's funny because I was going to start a podcast, but I decided to start another business. And that's when I became an Herbalife distributor because I wanted to lose weight and I couldn't lose weight. And I tried the products. And it's funny because someone yesterday told me, like, isn't that like a pyramid scam? And I'm like, it's so sad that everybody thinks like the first thing they think of. And I'm like, it kind of is a pyramid. It's like multi-level marketing, of course, everybody. But isn't that work anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So corporate America.
Yeah,
my
exactly.
little sister did Herbalife, the
Yeah.
whole that thing too.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like taking Herbalife,
Uh-huh.
right? So like everybody in my family had Herbalife beanies
Yep.
and stuff. But
That's how it is. I
Yeah.
like it. I love it. I think it's actually going to be the thing that gets me out of corporate America.
That's what's up.
Yeah, because I'm really tired of clocking in and clocking out. I've been in corporate healthcare for 15 and a half years, since I was
What?
19. Yeah, almost 16
And
years.
how'd you get into that? Is that
Out of high school, I just did one of those like medical billing programs, like a DeVry type thing, because I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And then so I did that, and it was cool. They helped me. I mean, I didn't learn anything in college, but it helped me get a job.
Yeah.
So I guess it was worth it. It was
Yeah.
like more of a trade school.
okay?
So yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that
So-
helped you get on your feet and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was so young. It didn't, it was like do whatever. But I didn't know that. At that time, I thought work, 9 to 5 your whole life. And now my mindset is so different.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't need to work for somebody else your whole life. You can work for yourself, and you can have your hours that you want, and you can work the days that you want,
Yeah.
and it's all on you. So that's why I like the Herbalife business, because it keeps me healthy. It keeps me active. And the shoes is my baby. That's my like passion project. I love it. I love.
And do you
shoes.
like design the shoes or?
No, I buy wholesale and
Okay.
resell. Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I
I know.
like shoes.
I follow you on Instagram, and I'll see all your posts, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
pretty dope. I'm like, if I want to buy women's shoes, I think I would support you, because I think it's
Yeah.
pretty dope. Like
Buy
the fact-
buy Jeanette some shoes.
I mean, I can.
Buy your fiance some shoes. Bro.
Well, I'm supposed to help her get her bridesmaid shoes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because I could get
What?
them wholesale. Yeah, I could get them at a discount. So
Nice. That's cool.
Gotta
Well, there
hook
you
the
go.
homie up. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I think anything for like the small people who are, doing something for themselves, and
Yeah.
like entrepreneurs, and just want to be different.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool, because it takes a lot of like passion.
Yeah.
Like,
It's hard.
yeah.
It's really hard work, because I kind of grew up like you. I grew up kind of rough, and, just
I grew
one
up rough.
parent. She grew up rough in the church. No, just kidding. So I never knew it was an option. It was never an option. Like I said, it was like, you got to graduate. If you even graduate high school, just get a job. It doesn't matter what job, just get a job.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? And I think I always kind of had the mindset of an entrepreneur, but I didn't think it was possible. And then one day I woke up and I was like, I'm going to do this. And that's it.
That's what's
And
up.
I did it.
So, for your shoe business, like where do you want to go, and where do you see yourself going? I don't know if it's the same question.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay, I'll make it one question, but two different ways.
Originally, my goal was to have like a brick and mortar store, like a
Nice little physical store
yeah,
there.
exactly, that people can go to, and but it's like, do I want to pay all that rent? And online everybody shops online.
Yeah.
But then it's hard because people want to try things on, and I've noticed I've been doing a lot of pop-up shops.
Yeah.
And that has been helping business a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go get my my fall line pretty soon. I'm kind of, it's been really plateau. I mean, I've grown a little bit, but not significantly, but it's only been two to 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, where do I take it from here? Do I go full force and grow it, or do I step back and just kind of let it grow itself and then focus more on the Herbalife? I think that was the only negative in me starting another business, is because I couldn't get all my full attention into the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other one, it makes me so happy. But I can't give up my shoes.
No, I think it just becomes a balance.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And to be like 2-3 years in, like most small businesses don't even last that long.
Yeah.
They say like the first year is the hardest. So already on your third year, you're doing pretty good.
I'm so glad you said that, because I've had people like to ask personal questions. They're like, so how much money have you made? And I'm just like, well,
No, breaking even.
yeah,
I didn't make
well,
nothing, guys. Don't ask me for money.
Yeah, seriously. Sometimes I think they think that I have all kinds of money
Yeah.
because the businesses. But I'm like, every dollar that I make from my shoes, it goes right back.
Back
in.
into the
I
shoes, yeah.
invest it, and
Growing, yeah.
You don't expect. You're not supposed to make money. Well, not supposed. I'm saying that wrong, but you're not expected to make money until like the 5th year. They
Yeah.
say, like,
Yeah.
if you can last 5 years, you're good. And so I was like, they're like, no, you should be making money. And I'm like, how many businesses do you have? And I don't think I know it all, but I've learned,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
learned to just Google, and
And
everybody,
I think you know more than them.
I hope so. But yeah, I just, so I'm debating because I kind of want to open a store for my shakes too, because that's like the next level with where I'm at. And I actually, on Thursdays, I'm working out at the Brand Nutrition, and I'm slinging shakes there, just to learn business operations, and that business is growing. So I think I see more opportunity with that, and it's actually helping people because
Yeah, I wonder if you could do pit both together.
That's what I was thinking,
Like,
but I think
since
there's
you're
restrictions.
drinking your shake, why don't you go try on some shoes in the next room?
I think there's restrictions with the Herbalife.
okay.
Maybe, but I was like, I had it all planned out. I was like, I have this store, and then I have all my shoes, and then I have just a shake bar,
Yeah,
not like
bar.
the
Yeah.
whole thing. But you
Yeah.
know, some places have like coffee bars,
Yep.
like inside like a Barnes and Nobles and stuff. I was like, I could just have like a little shake bar inside there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, you know, a
Yeah.
little
That'd actually
bar.
be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially for guys that are going to go shop with their girls. They're like, I'm
Give
just
me
going to
a
go get a
shake.
shake.
Shake. Yeah, give me a strawberry shake. I'm
Yep.
good.
Yo, those shoes look fantastic.
Get to.
Yeah, no, I saw your post about you were going to be at the Brea Nutrition thing.
Yeah.
And that day I went to 24 and the one in Brea,
Mhm.
and there's like a Brea Nutrition Fitness place right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, is it this one? Because I know
It's
there's
on
one.
Brea Boulevard.
On Brea Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Between Imperial and Baston Cherry.
Imperial. I don't know. Is it the one by IHOP?
No.
No,
I
that's
think it's
like
by
a-
Guitar Center, or
Guitar Center?
I think so, or Goodwill or something like.
Oh, okay. You're over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
like it's like right on the
Brea Boulevard, yeah.
like between Fullerton and Brea.
Okay.
Yes.
I went to the by the mall.
Oh,
So
okay.
and there's one right there, and like a small one. And I
Yeah.
was like, so I walked by and I was like, just it's
That's
dead in
not
there.
it.
So
No,
I don't know
yeah.
if it was that day or it was a different day. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead in there.
Yeah,
Good
it's cool
advertisement.
too.
Good. It's dead in there.
I mean, it was.
And you should go the first time it's half off, so I could
Oh,
hook you
okay.
up, get you
Cool.
a discount.
What?
I mean,
That's
I'm always
pretty
down
cool.
for a shake.
You know, and
no,
I think
they're
healthy places are blowing up right now. It's like a big movement,
Yep.
right? Like if you look like just like at fast food places like McDonald's, that's why they have like all this other stuff they're trying to come up
Mhm.
with, like the coffee drinks and the healthy
Yeah.
drinks or the grilled stuff.
Yep.
It's because people aren't buying as much junk food as they were before.
Yeah.
They want to be healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so
Healthy
like
alternative.
protein bowls. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're selling protein bowls, these fast food
Yep.
places and stuff. So
Yeah, it's true.
it's a,
Taco
it's a
Bell.
big movement, and I think the more educated people get, it's just more healthier stuff are gonna come
That's
out.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
definitely.
So
Yeah. The
That's
first
cool.
step is like they say to do like a satellite club, because people are lazy and they don't want to make the shakes and they don't want to go buy the shakes.
What's a satellite club?
So I would make the shakes like I brought, and I would make the teas and I would deliver them like to
Ah.
businesses. So it's like a delivery service, so like an Uber
Yeah.
Eats or something like
you could
that.
try it out. You could just deliver us shakes and teas every morning.
I think
if
you
want.
you don't work too far from my house.
Yeah, no.
either.
You
I'm
can just deliver them every morning.
Right.
Try it out and you see how you like it.
Or like, I mean, at Solution Meals, he delivers.
Oh yeah, he sure does. Your sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Those meals are bomb
Yeah,
too.
I'll team
They are
up.
bomb.
Team up. Take
Team
them
up.
some meals and hand them a shake.
You got breakfast, lunch, and dinner
There
right
you go.
there. You don't need to go
Boom.
nowhere else.
Dessert and everything. huh?
No, yeah, those meals are delicious.
Yeah,
so,
I love them.
yeah. Shout out to Solution Meals _.
Where's the horn? Where's the horn?
Oh yeah. So like, what's give us a couple pros and cons of having your own business.
People think that you have more money than you do. People always want to get hooked up.
That's
They
true.
Yeah.
always want the homie hookup. They
Yeah.
always want the homie hookup.
Can't give homie hookups until you've actually made it like
exactly.
big.
My sister doesn't even ask for discounts, but I'll have people that I've met once want
Yeah.
the homie hookup.
It's usually the people that you don't really like. They're not really your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've said this on the podcast before, like support your local people and people
Exactly.
start a business. Like don't ask them for free stuff. Like
Yeah.
pay because that's what they're working for. They're
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah.
They pay full price for those Kardashian lip glosses and stuff.
Right.
I know,
You
right?
know?
For reals.
They really don't need it.
You don't get
Yep.
free stuff at McDonald's.
Nope, you sure don't,
Exactly.
right? I think I've said that once. I was like, do you go to the mall and ask for a discount? Because
Well, when I worked at McDonald's, a lot of people got free stuff. Just-
Because you.
I was like extra. If I saw somebody with like a bunch of kids, I feel bad. I'm gonna give them
Yeah.
a bunch of toys.
Oh my gosh.
I used to do that all the time.
I would always do for like, if I worked there, I would put like extra
Yeah.
fries or something like that.
Yeah, but no, but it's true though. Like people, like you said, most of the time businesses are breaking even, and unless
Mhm.
they've been there for years and years and years. Most of the time, the money just goes back in.
Yeah,
And with
definitely.
the homie hookup, it's just now it's taken away from breaking even.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know,
Yeah,
so you
definitely.
gotta support people. Don't ask for homie hookups.
Support,
Yeah.
yeah.
What else? What are the pros and cons?
Time commitment,
Time
you
commitment,
know.
for sure. It's like a relationship.
Oh my gosh. And it really is, because
Yeah.
you have to put so much time and effort and energy and just trying to balance, first of all, my son, who's number one. Then I have a full-time job. And then I have my online shoe store. And then I have the business. And then church, which I haven't been coming to. And it's like Sundays were my only days off,
Yeah.
you know. And it's a struggle. Like, what do I do? Do I take a day for myself? Do I not? You know, it's just balance is really hard sometimes because you want to give so much and you want to go.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's kind of hard too.
I think the fact that you're doing it, you know, and not saying, you're not up here saying, hey, this is easy, everyone should do it. You know, like it takes some willpower for you to do it. And I think that's, major props to you.
Yeah.
So shout out.
Thank you.
So what's something like that you've done that was like a mistake when starting the businesses up
my God.
that you learned from and you're like kind of happy almost that you did it because now you know not to do it no more?
I wish I wouldn't have gotten my website right away. I think
really?
I would have started I get most of my sales from Instagram and stuff, so I'm paying like a $29.99 a month for Shopify, which was an expense that I don't think I needed, on top of the $10 for the a year for my domain and things like that. Like I wish I would have cut expenses. And then buying wholesale, you don't pay taxes. You sell and then pay taxes later on, after, twice a year or once a year, whatever. Well, I set up my accounts wrong, so I was paying taxes. And then I paid taxes twice.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it was like,
but still.
those are things like I just small little details I wish I wouldn't have done. And I wish I would have, the website's the big one, because $30 a month when you're a small business owner is a lot, you know,
Yeah, it is a lot of
especially
money.
for a year. That's what,
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
$360.
Our podcast hosting is like $15 a month.
Yeah.
So
Just for a hobby.
Hey, but you can monetize it.
I mean, you could.
That's what we're hoping.
That's what
Once
we're
we
trying.
get a certain amount of listeners, we monetize it. And,
Yeah.
You know, at least just get the sound equipment and stuff that we want.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what the money that we will make on the podcast would go just to, better quality sound equipment, and just, doing videos or stuff like that. Just little things, like shirts and hats and sweaters and all that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty cool to go to the
like a
store and
sweater.
see somebody wearing like my hat or something
That'd be cool.
with the big tasty on it. I'd be like,
Yeah.
what?
Hey, fall's coming up. We'll do the
Want to
sweater.
take a picture with me? They're like, no, get out of here.
They're like, where's Chris at?
Yeah. They're like, where's Chris at? We want to make fun of how fat he is.
Wow.
Well, because I make fun of how fat you are all the time. Yeah, I know. Where's that?
I wasn't ready. You were too quick.
There you go.
Right.
Whatever, Brian.
There's
Whatever,
I
Brian.
listened to Fighter and the Kid podcast, right? And the kid's like an old man. He's like 50 something. He's not old, but they call him the kid, so he's old for being a kid, right?
Yeah.
But they're always making fun of him, right? So like the last 2 podcasts ago, they called him Rinks because he has wrinkles under his eyes, right? They called him Rinks. He's like, in the last podcast, he's like, this ridiculous guys, you guys gotta stop calling me names. He's like, why? He's like, I can't even walk through the store without someone yelling out Rinks. Rinks. That's what I hope people do with you.
Someone's gonna probably do
They
it.
start yelling your nicknames at you.
Luda.
Luda.
What's funny is someone I forgot where it was at. They're like, yeah, I only know Chris by just Luda. Like that's how I remember him, and I'm like, I mean, I'll take it. That's
Right?
cool.
Or some people know you Booty.
Booty, yeah, booty.
I need to hear the story about that.
He got a big old booty.
Yeah, well, it's like it evolved, but like my old church and worship team I was on, the worship leader would be like, he would sing the song Buddha 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 everywhere, like that song, because I had a big butt.
Your worship leader.
Yeah, I had a big butt, and then
Making fun of your butt.
yeah, he was, and then my cousin Danny, he just he added onto it, and then so it got mixed between Booty and then Luda, because
Luda.
I was called like Ludacris,
Yeah.
Little Chris, because there's another Chris in the church.
Then Booty Chris.
So then it was when
Booty
Ludacris,
Buddha Chris.
and then it went to
Buddha Chris.
Ludacris, and then went to Luda Buddha, and then just went to Booty. Yeah, I don't know, it evolved.
So what's on the wedding invitation? Looty Booty?
Luda Booty. It's all Chris Booty Taylor. No, but yeah, that's how I started.
Someone gets an invitation like, who's this? Who's Chris?
But
funny.
but that's cool. I mean, all right. So what other questions we got? I had another one earlier, and I was just like,
And you
got
didn't write it down.
I didn't write it down.
I got
But
questions.
there was when you're speaking of podcasts, I was listening. I've been trying to listen to other podcasts, And
My favorite one is group chat. You guys have to listen
group
to group
chat.
chat.
I've seen it. I just
yeah,
haven't heard it.
it's good.
Okay.
If you like business
Actually,
stuff,
I think he posted it one time.
Disney
Yeah.
stuff?
business.
Business? I thought you said Disney stuff. I was like, how's group chat? Business stuff?
For me, a podcast, like I can't be working on something where it requires my attention. I can't multitask.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm working on something and then I'm listening to the podcast, I don't really know what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm in and out and I'm missing. I'm like, oh man, what'd they say? They all start laughing. I'm like, oh man, what happened?
You'll rewind.
Yeah, I'm trying to rewind it, but it just doesn't work out. So I just listen to music. So
One thing is like a lot of podcasts record like video, right? So sometimes they'll be talking and they have like little clips of what they're talking about, and they'll be talking about something and be like, what are they looking at? Like, I want to know. So then I got to turn on YouTube and I got to
what they're
look at it,
looking
and then
at.
I'm like, man, then I just sit there watching it. I'm not, I'm not doing anything while I'm listening. I'm just watching it.
So all right, so you have some questions written down.
Yeah. So who are 3 people who have been like an influence on you? Either good or bad. I mean, either way.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like a jerk.
It's okay.
I knew what
Brian's a
kind of. I
Yeah.
knew. I've noticed. No.
That's right.
I feel like our guests now are starting to take like little shots at one of us.
It's because we listen to you guys all the
Yeah.
time, so we feel like we're family.
Right.
You know,
Well,
we
that's
like
what we
know
want,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want
So
that.
I kind of knew the parent I didn't want to be by how my mom was. So it was like the opposite effect. You know, people are like, "Oh, I want to be like my dad. He was such a great parent." I was like, I refuse to be the mom my mom was. So I think that's why I'm so obsessed with my kid. So I kind of knew the difference, and I feel so bad. She'll never hear it though. But like I was like,
They're gonna tag your mom.
I'm so opposite of her, and half of the time I didn't even realize that I was trying to be different from her until later on, and I was like, that's why I was the way I was. That's why I always worked the way I worked, because even before I had my businesses, I've always been a really hard worker. I always say I have no talent, so my work ethic is my talent.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that's kind of who. But I love Rachel Hollis. She's another entrepreneur who started her business with just like a high school diploma. She says a high school diploma in Google search, which kind of was the same as me. Like Google was how I learned everything.
Yeah.
You know, and still learning, because obviously I don't know a lot.
That's, I mean, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So she's probably my favorite woman entrepreneur.
All right.
Right, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
Anybody
Google
else?
a lot too. Google's cool.
I think one of my big influencers would be Google.
Google.
It's really one of my argument like go-tos. Google it.
Google
Yeah.
it.
Google it. Just you don't believe me? Google. And then,
Yeah.
when you're wrong, you're like, you shouldn't have Googled that. Get alive. Why are you Googling that stuff?
That's so funny.
Yeah. Nah. So yeah, no one else.
I don't think so. Myself.
Yourself. That's. I mean, hey, that could be one.
I
Yeah.
influence myself.
You be proud of yourself and be
I am,
happy
you
with
know,
what you did and want
It's
to do more.
funny though, because I feel like the world is so against that. You know, like not bragging about yourself, but just being happy about yourself. Like
Screw those people.
my boyfriend always laughs at me because I go, they just like me because I'm pretty, and he'll start cracking up like, you are so arrogant. And I go, no, it's the truth. I know that I'm not ugly. You know,
I
like
thought you were gonna be like, he starts laughing. He's like, you're not that pretty. I'm like,
and he's like,
that's something I would say to somebody. Like, they're like, oh, let's go. No, you're not. Don't get in your head.
See, because
No.
it's so anti. People are not supposed to say good
Yeah,
things
you just
about
wanna bring-
themselves.
That's true,
yeah.
Everybody, like, if you're not saying bad things about yourself, like, oh, they're so arrogant. They're so full of themselves. It's
It's like-
like, no, it's okay to say I'm pretty, and it's okay to say I'm smart, and it's okay to say I'm successful or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
Yeah.
We need to say those things about ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, someone told me I was cocky one time. Right? I don't think I am, but someone told me I was cocky one time, and I was like, just like my response was like, well, if I don't think I'm the shit, then who else is gonna think it?
Right?
Right? And then afterwards, I
We
was
have
like,
to be our
that was
biggest
a great
fan.
answer.
Yeah.
He's
I was
all
like, I'm
writing
gonna
it down
save
for
that.
later.
Yes, saved it.
Taking a
Siri,
selfie.
Save.
Quoting himself.
It's all your Instagram
Yep.
like
Caption.
Yeah, caption.
I'm gonna change it now.
To Brian, you know.
I'm gonna post it on our podcast on this story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's true though. Like, we have to.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it mixes in well with like having confidence within yourself,
Yeah.
being confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you go. What else? you
So if you're in our shoes and you're asking yourself questions,
Mhm.
what's something that you would have asked yourself that we haven't asked you?
got? Ooh, I like that question.
So I had been thinking about this all day, and it's because I'm not a girl's girl, so I probably would have asked myself about how I feel about like the Me Too movement and like a woman's opinion.
Okay.
That's not a feminist.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know how you guys feel about
So
that.
how do you feel
No,
about
I
the
mean,
Me Too
that's
movement?
interesting.
I think it's for me personally because I have a son, and I do love women. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
We do too.
hustlers. I love building up women.
Thought 'em.
You know, I feel like I always was trying to find my purpose, and it was like to build people up, to build people up. So I'm always making sure women know they're beautiful, making sure they know they're smart, making sure they know they're important. But then I'm like, why do I only do that to women? Men need to hear that too. And I
Yeah,
think
you're beautiful, Chris.
You're so beautiful, Chris.
Thanks.
Jeanette's
Really
a
appreciate it.
lucky woman.
I'm the lucky one.
You sure are.
Brian, I'm loving that beard.
Oh, thank you.
It's
I
amazing.
appreciate it.
It's
I
the
put a lot
best
of
beard
time
I've seen
in.
all day.
Thank you. I put a lot of time and effort into it, guys.
So thank you guys.
I'm really taking these
Stop
compliments for
blushing.
real. I'm gonna,
He is
like,
blushing,
I'm gonna
guys.
post it on
He's
my
blushing.
Facebook later. I'm like, they complimented my beard today.
But it's important,
Yeah.
you know. And I saw this meme, and it was like, people say they're feminists, but are they really just being a bitch? And you think, you know,
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
people just want to be?
we can't
like,
respond to that,
no.
but because then
I
feminists
mean,
attack us.
and that sucks. You know, you're allowed to have your opinion.
Yeah.
And I stay quiet a lot. I stay quiet a lot when I see people say things because I'm like, I don't want to fight.
Yeah,
That's true.
I
Choose your
have
battles.
I have my opinion, and I think everybody's allowed to have your opinion.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I think there's a way to speak your opinion
and not
in
offend people.
Yeah, in a respectful way.
Yeah, respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think people right now are just so used to thinking their opinions is facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
They
true.
think their opinion is a fact, and it's like, no, that's
No.
your opinion, and you're valid. Like this girl at work, she was.
What's her name? No, I was kidding.
I was gonna say it. She's so anti-Trump.
Oh, okay.
And so she's just going off and blah, blah, blah. Our president's this, our president's that, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. Like, and then I started saying my opinion, and she was trying to tell me I was wrong. And I'm not saying I'm a Trump supporter. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, you know, like, no.
We're about to tell you to get out. No, I was kidding.
Actually, I'm Yang Gang. So,
I'm all putting out the MAGA hat.
MAGA. You know, but see, we should be able to talk about it and make jokes about it.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Dave Chappelle?
No, I haven't.
I've seen
Oh.
parts of it.
So I think he did a really good job. I'm not like crazy Dave Chappelle, but I thought he did a really good job. But I think we should all be allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But most women will be like, oh, she's pro man. Yeah, I think men and women are equal.
Yeah.
And I think women shouldn't be above men and men shouldn't be above. You know,
Yeah.
we should be equal, but
Yeah.
women want to be on top now. It's like if we're not this and we're not that, and it's like I've solely taken care of my son my whole life. His dad was there, but financially and whatever, you know, the situation was. Like,
Yeah.
I've been having to do it. So I've had to pay my bills. I've had to do this. I had to do that. Like, you would think I was the poster child for a feminist, like women power,
Yeah.
you know, and then I'm kind of old school, you know. I think a man should be a leader. That's what it says in the Bible, and I believe that.
That's
you
good.
know, man is supposed to be the leader of the
And
household.
also from that, your son's gonna grow up and he's gonna know everything you did for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna respect women and treat women right and know that women are strong and
Yeah.
powerful and stuff. Even though, and still be, like, I don't know, like you were saying, like a man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let
Be
the
the
man
leader
lead. Yeah,
and all that stuff.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
I think, and this is my opinion. Please don't attack me.
Yeah, this is all just our own opinion.
Yeah, but I think the man is the head of the household. The woman has the women duties and jobs, and you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to do anything with the car. You go change my oil. You go change my tires. I don't want to cut the lawn. Like,
Yeah.
to me, I'm okay with my man doing that. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm also okay with sharing a bill. I'm also okay with paying for dinner too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and honestly, I'm with you on that page because, like, I think men and women should be treated equally.
Yeah.
Like, no one should be treated more than the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we all have rights. We all
Yeah.
should be able to voice our opinion and say our
Yeah.
opinion, but also be able to respect one another.
Exactly.
And I think you know, if there's women out there that want to, like, step up more and be more of, like, take that leadership role,
Mhm.
more the power to you.
Yeah.
But I don't think you should force it onto other people and
Exactly.
you know, throw it, like, you know, you just do you, boo.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Just do you and go with it. And I think, well, speaking for myself, like, without seeing what my mom did and what she went through and everything growing up, like I know that my mom is strong.
Yeah.
And I know that any woman out there, whether it's a mom or not, like women go through a lot, and I give them huge props.
Yeah.
Like I tell my girl that all the time, like, you amaze me just because
Aw.
you're so strong
Yeah.
and you're always persevering for a goal.
Mhm.
And I think that's good. And I think it's because of the women that make men strong.
Yeah.
So, you know,
We both do. Like, we balance it out.
yeah, and for me, I say, like, when I look at men who like are respected or are, you know, have a good family,
Mm-hmm.
it's them, but it's also the woman behind them.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Definitely.
encouraging them, that's
Mhm.
pushing them, that's guiding them, that's, you know, that's caressing them when they're crying.
No,
you know,
yeah.
so
Sure.
I think it's important for a woman, like, the women might not have the spotlight all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but deep down between them two, or even just between the women, like,
Yeah.
you know that person wouldn't be there without you.
Yeah, definitely.
So
That reminds me, because like I'm all in the sports, you know that, and I'm
Yeah.
on the UFC and all that stuff, right? A fighter just lost, or he won a championship, right? And then he lost it, but when he won it, he was crying, and they asked him like, "How does he feel?" And he's like thanking everybody, right? And at the end, he goes, "I want to thank my wife." He's like, because without her, I wouldn't even be here.
Mm.
He's like, there's times where I came home from the gym or I came back from a fight. He's like broken and beaten. He's like, and I didn't want to do it. And I wanted to quit. And she told me I had to keep doing it. I had to keep going because this was my dream. And I kept doing it because of the encouragement and stuff that she did. He's like, this belt is as much mine as it is hers.
Yeah.
that's right.
Like, I get chills thinking about it because the way he said it,
Yeah.
because he was all crying. He was like tears
I'm
in
gonna
the
cry.
octagon. Right? He was like, this bout's as much mine as it is yours. You're a champion.
And
He's like,
that's
and I
how it
love you.
should be.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, that's like pretty cool. Like,
That's
Yeah.
good. And I'm not saying, you know, like, just as much as women are able to are able to do things on their own,
Yeah.
so are men, but there's always that piece of you that is missing. So
Yeah, no, definitely. agree.
but you know, I mean, everyone should have an opinion, and everyone should be
Yeah.
treated fairly and equally. And
Definitely.
you know, you want to do more than what everybody else is doing. That's
That's-
all the power to
yeah.
you. Go for it, and I will support you 100%. You know, will I follow you? No,
Yeah.
but doesn't mean
support
I'm
you.
not gonna support you.
Yeah.
You know? You go, girl. You go, boy.
You go, girl. You go. Let her people.
Yeah. so how do you feel about the Me Too movement in regards to there are like legitimate Me Too moments that
Mhm.
people have and like they should be put in the light, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people that are just saying stuff to get money or to get noticed and stuff. Like, how do you feel about that?
So we were talking about this the other day about that football player who went to jail and that girl lied. He didn't rape her or whatever.
Yeah, he did
she-
like a lot of years for it too. I
yeah.
forget how much
and
it was.
so that
I don't
ruined
know.
his whole life and nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
She should have went
He,
to jail.
she did like 6 years, right? He did like 6
Yeah.
years. He did 6
Mhm.
years. I forget the name, but he did 6 years because she falsely accused him of
Uh-huh.
rape.
And he was
Dang.
like going to go to the NFL. He had his whole life ahead of him. And I think it's, you know, we talk about women's rights and it's not fair. How is that fair? He lost 6 years of her life and nothing happened to her. There's going to be, a civil suit, and she's going to have to pay him money if she has it.
If she has it.
If she has it, yeah. I think she should do them 6 years.
I think she should too.
Yeah.
Dang.
I think
Because-
if we want to be equal and we want our own rights, I think we should get punished the same way.
Like with this Antonio Brown
Yeah.
thing,
Oh,
right?
God.
We've been following the Antonio Brown thing. I have been.
Yeah.
And so he was accused of like
Mhm.
rape and assault, right, by one woman, and that was kind of like people kind of ignored it because there's like evidence that the dates that she gave, they went out, like they were noticed in public together dating
Mhm.
after those dates that she gave. So it was like her
It
thing
didn't
wasn't
add
too
up.
legitimate, right? It seemed like a sour like relationship gone wrong. But then a second person came out, right? And she had like a story that she's a painter, and like he exposed himself nude to her and stuff when she was just trying to do her job at his house, paint a mural at his house, and then he like didn't pay her afterwards, and stuff, and then he got fired from the Patriots
Yeah.
because he sent her threatening text, right? And like threatening her and like had pictures of her family and her kids in the text messages.
That's crazy.
He's
Right,
crazy,
so that
yeah.
makes it look legitimate,
Mhm.
like complaint, because
Yeah.
he went crazy over it, like
Yeah.
defensive, right? So, but the first girl kind of takes away from the second girl
Yep.
because it feels like she's just trying to like get her name out there
Mhm.
and stuff. And I don't know, maybe they're both legit complaints, but one doesn't seem as legit as the other one.
Did
and
the
it
first
kinda
one
takes away.
complain right away? Sorry to cut you off. Did she complain right away, or did she wait?
She
until
waited till when his name was like big, like when
That's
he
what I
was
don't
like getting cut from the
get.
Raiders and
But I
signing
feel like
with
his
the
name was already
Patriots.
big for a while.
No, he's already big, but
Yeah.
like,
But like
you know
it's
how
been because of the Raiders and all that. It's been
in the public.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
public.
okay.
You know what I mean? And then like he just signed with the Patriots, so she's like probably like, well,
I'm
if he
gonna give me
wants
some money.
if he wants to stay with the Patriots now because he already got kicked off of one team, he's gonna have to pay me
Yeah,
because I'm gonna put all this out there and teams
That's
don't want to be
crazy.
associated, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. I listen to a lot of comedians too, like Joe Rogan, and they're always talking about Louis C.K. and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, poor guy. Like sometimes I think, and then what's the other one?
well, the big thing about Louis C.K. is that like he exposed himself and he like played with himself in front of like women, right?
But they didn't do
the-
anything. They stayed.
They stayed there. They didn't leave the room, and he wasn't forcing them to stay. And he even asked,
Yeah, and
if
his
he could
whole
do it.
career is like.
So his thing was like, "Hey, can I do this in front of you?" And then like they would be awkward and not know how to say no, I guess,
Sure.
right? And then he would do it, and then they wouldn't leave. But it like Me Too movement blew it
Yep,
up real big.
mhm. And that other comedian, what's his name? He was in a lot of shows. He's Indian, I think.
I'm
He's
not sure.
huge. But anyway, same thing. He went on a date and they hooked up, I guess, but she called it rape. And he was like, I just thought it was a bad date. Like,
Yeah.
like it ended up whatever, and
Yeah.
you know, whatever happened. And it was like, I just felt because of that Me Too movement, these poor guys got in bigger trouble. And I'm not saying there's not weirdos out there, because
Oh, there's definitely
you know,
weirdos
some
out
of
there.
those R. Kelly and all that, they deserve
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah, no, for
they're
sure.
hopefully they get.
For
'Cause
sure.
I don't even know what happened with that. I
Nah,
just
they're,
stopped
they're
watching
still
it.
They're still going through
they're
it.
still going through
But
it.
I mean, I think it got to the point where it's like anybody they could find, they went after.
True.
Anybody who did anything little. It's crazy because my son's 16, so we have those conversations. Luckily, he's open enough with me to have those conversations, and I go, if you drink, he's not drinking yet that I know of, but I'm like, if you drink, don't have sex. Do not.
Yeah.
Even if she says yes, don't, because the next day she can come and say, well, I was drunk.
Yeah.
So I said, you better ask when you're sober, like, can I have sex with you? Like, is it okay? Like, make sure you have something, because these girls will go after you.
Yeah, and also there's like, so I had a conversation a while back, and the thing that was said was like a yes could be turned into a no, right? So at the beginning, it's yes, 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 right? Till you
Yeah.
get to a certain point that where maybe that point he or she
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable after that point, and they're like, okay, now it's a no, but now the
Yeah.
other person don't want to stop
Yeah.
because they're like in the moment, whatever,
But that's the thing.
and they
like,
think like, oh, you're just playing hard to get, or whatever. But like a yes can turn into a no, and you got to pay
Yeah.
attention to that too.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
something like.
just don't mess around.
Yeah.
don't mess around.
Wait till you're
Tell your
married.
version.
Wait till you're married.
Wait till you're married.
Wait till you're married.
It's
No,
just
this is your
so
wife, please do- no,
much.
it's
That's funny. She's like, no, I have a headache.
You have anything else?
No, that was my question. So unless you want to do the 5,
Yeah, let's do the 5
all right.
since we're short on time.
It's short on time.
Sorry, I talked too much.
No, I mean,
I think we all talk about.
yeah, we always.
So
Well, I mean, for a while, like we wanted our podcast to be like around 45 minutes, but I
Yeah.
mean, with everything that we talk about, like it just,
Goes longer?
yeah, it just goes
especially if the
longer.
conversation's like a good conversation, you don't want to
yeah,
cut it off.
yeah, I don't want to cut it off.
So we're gonna do some like 5 faves. So favorite movie.
Oh my gosh, my favorite movie. Why didn't you tell me this?
I totally
Chris?
forgot.
We wanted to be on the
Oh,
moment, too.
Beauty and the Beast. It was on last night.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
The original one.
The original.
The original.
Did you see
You
the
know, like-
remake?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was cute. When I watched it in the movie theater, we were up close and I get dizzy.
Oh,
But then I watched it yesterday and it's cute. I mean, of course, the original is always the best.
I think I fell asleep in the remake.
I still haven't seen it.
But there's a lot of movies. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of movies I fall asleep in. I haven't done it in a while, but there was like a while I was falling asleep in every single movie.
That's so
I
good. Good thing
can't.
you have your AMC pass.
Right. Well, now that now I've gotten more used to staying awake, so
I
I'm good
can't fall asleep like you know those people who like they put on like Netflix or a movie before like when they try to go to sleep. I'll stay up and
And
I'll
watch
I'll
it.
even if I watched it already. Like it's just, and especially if it's good.
I've done that too. Like I'm gonna fall asleep watching this, and I'm just gonna lay down and be cool.
Yeah.
And then like 4 episodes later,
You're
I'm
like,
still
oh, I gotta
awake.
get ready for work now.
Yeah.
For real.
All right. So favorite song.
My favorite song.
I like big butts.
And I cannot lie. I have so many favorite songs right now. I've been
Right,
listening
favorite
to
song right now.
I'm listening to old music.
That's okay.
Fine.
So I was listening to Kendrick on the way over here.
What? Kendrick's old?
Well, the older stuff.
You're like last year. So last year.
Last year. I can't pick one. Oh, anything Chris Young.
Anything, Christian? I like that song.
I haven't.
It's not
She
a
didn't
song.
say a song.
Hmm?
She didn't say a song.
Anything.
I'm coming
Chris
over.
Young.
Very Chris Young.
Coming
Do you want me
over?
to sing it? Yeah. Do you want me to sing it for you? I'm just
Sing
kidding.
it.
I'm just kidding.
I haven't listened to any of his
I
songs.
was thinking about it because I was trying to listen, and I'm like, yeah, I like that song. I was trying to think of the lyrics, and then you're like, so favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. I like blue. What's your favorite color, Chris?
Red. Just kidding.
I think it is red.
Is it red?
Yeah, I think so. It's either red or green.
That's
Like
why
my-
he's sitting on opposite sides.
My
of
favorite
us.
color to wear is gray,
Yeah.
but
Black.
but like my favorite color, it's red because it reminds me of my nephew. So
Which one?
red because it reminds me
Oh.
of my nephew. My
That's
nephew.
either red or green.
Yeah. So favorite
Oh, this is-
food.
This is country.
Which one's that one?
Raised on country.
I'm coming over. No, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna sing really loud.
Uh-oh.
No, just kidding.
Let's continue with the question.
All right. Favorite food.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Korean fried chicken.
Korean fried chicken?
So good.
Where do you get that
Yeah,
at?
I was like, I don't
Thank you,
think I've
fried
had Korean
chicken. Oh, you guys should have told me what brought you some.
She's all bringing all sorts of stuff with her.
I'm like, hey guys, here. Thank you, fried chicken. It's on Commonwealth and Gilbert. It's so bomb, so bomb.
What? Good thing we're recording this. I'll listen back and be like,
Yeah.
remember the name.
Cool.
And your favorite question from today's
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
I don't remember any of the questions.
Oh, none of them.
All of them were my favorite.
That's good.
I actually like the
Anything
one that you asked. It was like, I totally forgot.
The I know which one it is.
Which
the
one?
one, if there's anything you would have asked yourself that
Oh,
we didn't
yeah.
ask.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
one.
Did I answer okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good because,
You knew what you want.
yeah, because our female listeners have been kind of complaining
Yeah.
that we don't have no females. They're like,
They're not gonna want any back after me. They're gonna be like, no, we wanted someone that was like
feminist.
feminine.
Well, like, because my niece was like, I'm listening to your podcast right now. And I was like, cool. And then she, like, texted me back. She's like, are you ever going to have a woman on there? And I was like, working on it.
Shout out to your niece.
Right?
Plain country. Well. All right. Well, again, Rachel, thank you for
Thank you for having me.
for coming on here. Hopefully, we can have you on soon.
Anytime.
I know we'll maybe catch up and do another shout out, or next time you're gonna do a pop up.
Yeah,
We could promote that.
definitely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So again, just for everyone listening, how do we find you, your business, your everything?
So I'm mostly on Instagram. So it's at Rachel_Zamora. It's EL, not AEL.
EL.
EL.
I'll make sure I do it correctly on the podcast.
Right?
And you can follow my shoe store at Downtown Shoe Co. And Facebook is just my name. Same for my company. And
Yeah.
I do all my Herbalife stuff on my personal page.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
I follow the Downtown Shoe Company.
Yeah. And I appreciate the
pretty
guys who
dope.
follow me.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
Every like and comment counts because of that algorithm.
hey,
Yeah.
same here. So I'll like your post, you like my post.
Deal.
Support each other.
Support the Big Tasty.
Right?
So cool. Yeah. Well, again, I'm glad. Thank you for coming. And thank you for being the shake.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Anytime.
That was
And,
good.
So until next time, Big Tasty out.
Yeah. This is The Big Tasty.
Oh,
Thanks for listening.